So we're looking at the wheel bearing sitting in the steering knuckle. And the problem is that someone got in here and they've replaced the original bearing with a China-made eBay bearing of sorts. And the bearing wasn't even the initial issue here. So if we look, this is a groove for a snap ring that is just a retaining ring. It's basically safety. And look at how this bearing is just moving around in here. This is a press to fit bearing. This bearing presses in here with significant force. I have a 40,000 pound press that we use to press these in. And you should never be able to just move a bearing in a press fit housing like this. It's crazy. So what's happened, I'll take another video in a minute. What's happened is that the bearing before this bearing spun in here. So this is your inner race. As you can see, this is smooth. Like there's nothing about this is seized up at all. But this was sloppy and in need of replacing. And it wasn't even awful, but it was, you know, it was definitely on its way out. It was showing us it's clearly bad and it's only going to get worse. The problem is that at some point, this inner race on the old bearing seized up. They get water in them, they rust, the whole thing seizes up, it doesn't move. So what happens when the ATV tries to go forward, when all this is seized up? Well, the outside of the bearing will spin inside of this housing. So you're only seeing in this video, you're not seeing the outside spin, you're seeing the seal and the inner race spin. But when these seize this outer race, all of this will be rusted completely together, and this outer race will start spinning in here because it's so bad. And as it spins, and it shouldn't be, it's spinning in this cast housing, and it's wearing out. I'll take a video in a second. It spins this bearing until it wears the clearance out in it. So this bearing can't press fit in here because of the damage before. So what they did is, even though it spun and it was so damaged, they beat it out. They beat the new one back in. And even though they beat it in and it did this, they were like, oh, no big deal. We'll just stick the circlip in it and we'll send it. Well, this isn't right. And the only way to fix this problem is to replace this whole steering knuckle.